Good morning, guys. This is me, Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA. 9:21 a.m. Central Standard Time. And it is Friday, and I think this is November the 4th, 2016, but it is Friday. And it is November the 4th. And having said that, this little town I'm coming into here is called Bertram. And right next to it is a little town called Oatmeal. They have the Oatmeal Festival there. But anyway, I'm on my way to Austin, Texas to look at a 2007 Dodge 3.7 liter model 1500 something. It's a red one. It's got 63,000 miles on it. And if you think about that, it's a 9-year-old vehicle. It's got 63,000 miles, so that only means it was driven 7,000 miles a year. Interesting. Looks real clean on the internet. But anyway, I'm going to go check it out. I found another one, a 2006 Chevrolet pickup in Lampasas, Texas, with 25,000 miles on it. Now, I can't believe that. I mean, it looked clean on the internet, but I'm thinking 25,000 miles in 10 years. It's 2,500 miles a year, 200 miles a month, 50 miles a week. I don't know. I wonder why she swallowed a fly. I think she may die. But anyway, I'm going to go check it out. It's a red Dodge pickup 2007, and that's part of my research into eventually acquiring a drop-in truck camper. One of those little, I think it's called a Trail Light Razor, SSRAZYR Razor. It's a really small unit. I got a couple of comments about it this morning. I looked at them, and apparently, even though it says it weighs like around 900 pounds, somebody bought one and actually weighed it. You know, you go to the truck scales with it on, and then you come back later with it off, and the difference is the weight of the drop-in unit, and it turns out it was a little over 1,300 pounds. That's a big deviation. So anyway, this is just part of the game I'm playing with myself to see how it would work out going camping in a pickup with a drop-in camper. And if I have time and the weather holds like it is now, I don't mind overcast, just not raining. If I have time, I'll go by the drop-in camper dealer in Round Rock, Texas, which is not too far out of the way, because I have got a thing to do today with this. And my sons may meet me over at the Dodge dealership in Austin, because he knows a lot about trucks particularly, but cars too. And so he's going to help me. This vehicle I'm looking at, it doesn't have Bluetooth. It's got tilt steering wheel. It doesn't have power windows. You've got the crank up windows, which is fine with me. It's just a 2-door single cab pickup, plain Jane. I mean, really plain Jane. It doesn't even have cruise control. They're finding out now if they can add that for me. And but anyway, it'd just be part of the deal. I'm not going to pay any extra for it. They're going to have to eat it if I buy it, which right now I'd give it about I'd say there's probably a 35% chance that I'll go through with the deal on this red pickup. If it feels, what I call tight, you know what I mean? It's not just ragged out. I'll take a hard look at it because it's a 3.7 liter. It should get around 18 to 20 miles a gallon all around, which is about a third of what I get now. So my gas bill would go up about $60 a month. But the payment on the vehicle would come down about $100 a month. So I'd be a net 40 winner. And but there's some other options I'm looking at if I acquire a pickup. The drop-in camper is one, and the reason is they're well built and they've got a lot of amenities. They're solid, they're hard walled, and you could be comfortable in one. They come with a little window AC. You'd have to have a generator. As far as I know, you can't run an air conditioner of any kind using solar and batteries. You have to have a generator, and I don't want to have a generator, so I probably would get a unit without an air conditioner and just go with a little 12-volt oscillating fan if I end up going that direction. But my plan is to get more or less a blank unit without anything, just a blank unit, and add my own toilet, my own heat, my own fan for cooling, my own cooking, maybe a little Coleman single burner thing, and just really keep it very, very, very basic, because that's all I need for the amount of camping that I do. And then at some point, if I decided to do some extended camping, then I could expand on that. I mean, I could go to a Norcold 12-volt refrigerator and go to solar and do a lot of other things and make it really a place a man could live in, particularly a single man like myself who actually enjoys that. I mean, if I can go camping in a Toyota Prius, like I have been, and the longest one stretch was 28 days, if I can do that, and I've done it, I mean, it's okay. Camping in the Prius is okay. You just can't stand up. Okay, you just can't stand up. So if you want to stand up, you got to be outside. And if you're going to be outside, you're going to be in the summers, you're going to be in the sunlight. And in western USA, you'll be toasted. And the insects are just waiting for you, because it's like you're a big Walmart store just walking outside, and they're all waiting for you to get something to eat. But insects aren't too bad. I've found some ways around most of that, and so camping in the Prius is okay. Overall, I give camping in the Prius probably a 7. If a 10 is perfect and a 0 is total crap, it's okay. I mean, it's better than a tent for me. And of course, now they make some tent campers that fit in the back of a pickup, and I looked at some of them this morning, and they're pretty neat. You just have to be a whiz kid to figure out how to set them up, I guess. And then they also make these drop-in fiberglass units that are fairly inexpensive, $1,500. And some of them are tall enough where they're like 60 inches interior height. They have these high box things. And that's close. At least you can crotch around, and you could sit in the camper and read a book and so forth. You can do some things inside the camper that you can't do in the Prius, and you could also have a little toilet and some things. So there's just a lot of options if you have a pickup. But buying a new pickup is totally out. Y'all saw my video the other day on the new trucks, and they're just even the most basic unit is out of reach for me. I'm not going to spend $25,000 on a base pickup when I could buy a brand new Prius for the same price. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me to get rid of this Prius really and buy a 2007 Dodge pickup. But if your plan is to try to get you a camping situation where you can stand up and have some amenities, toilet's nice, and have a place where you can be out of the elements, so to speak. I mean, out of the sunlight. Well, you could be out of the sunlight in the Prius, but I mean, in the drop-in camper, you could actually walk around, fix a meal. You're not going to do that in a Prius. You have to, open the back. It's doable. It's just different. And, if the wind's blowing, it can be a little difficult. It's just awkward. Let me say that. It's not difficult. It's awkward. And, having a drop-in camper where you can stand up would be much, much better for me. But anyway, that's my plan today, is just go check that out. We're coming into a little town here called Liberty Hill, Texas. And years ago, I know I've mentioned this before when I came through this town, I'll mention it again. Years ago, this is where Willie Nelson used to have his July the 4th picnics. And, they'd have anywhere from 10 to 50,000 people here. It was unbelievable. I mean, you'd come through here, this whole town would be covered with cars and drunks. And believe me, it was like Woodstock. I mean, it was really crazy. But he had them here for a few years. But old Willie's getting a little older now, and he's in his 80s, still in fairly good health. I guess that marijuana has the medicinal effects that he says it does, because he says it's good for him. And maybe it is. Hell, I don't know. Who am I? But anyway, he's 82 years old. He's lived a pretty free life. He said the safest place to smoke marijuana in the whole world was at the White House, because he did a concert there and went out on a balcony and burned a few joints and went back in and played his music. Of course, they were watching him on camera, but nobody dared say a word. He's been busted a few times, and they all kind of go away. Willie is he's what you would call connected. He was in the movie Wag the Dog with Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman. And what has that got to do with truck camping? Not a damn thing. But I'm just passing the time, folks. It's 67 top-down degrees in Central Texas today, and it's overcast. It's a little bit foggy around. We're really close to the dew point. And for those people that fly VFR, which is Visual Flight Reference, these are days where if they go up, they're taking a big chance. Because if the temperature hits the dew point and the airport get fogged in, they don't have an instrument rating to find the airport, number one. Well, they can find it all right. They can get around it, be close, but if they can't see it, they can't land. I know. I had a VFR license, and I never got fogged in, but I got into some situations a few times that I'm thinking, well, I guess this is it, Rusty. It's your number has come up. Yep. Yeah, when you're flying and you have some problems, well, what happens is you I don't know what you call it, you kind of lose your sense of direction. I don't know what it is. Even though you got the instruments there, it's hard to rely on them. It really is. You got one that shows you the perfect horizon level, and you'll be looking at that and you're thinking, I just don't feel level, But be that as it may, what else is happening in Texas? Well, let me tell you what's happening in Texas now. This is Friday, right? Well, let me tell you what, Friday night high school football in Texas is a damn big event. They have some high school football stadiums in Texas that most colleges would be envious of. I guarantee you. They got one right here in Liberty Hill, the Liberty Hill Panthers. It is huge, huge. But their science rooms don't have any equipment. It's just a matter of priorities, right? Which is more important for you kids, football or science? Football, you idiots. But anyway, it's big in Texas. In this area that we're in right here, we're going over Highway 183, which goes into Austin. This property here years ago, when I first came up to this area, you could have bought it for, I don't know, a couple of $1,000s an acre, which I thought was highway robbery at the time. And now you couldn't touch this land right now for less than 25,000 an acre. I guarantee you. Because Austin grows out this way. This is north of Austin. So, having said all that, I will close out this video because I'm fixing to turn up here on 183 and get into some, well, there's not much traffic. I've got to go through Leander and Cedar Park, and there's not a whole lot of traffic until you get to Cedar Park, and then then you're in Austin. Well, Cedar Park is a suburb, but it might as well be part of Austin. Gasoline is anywhere from $1.84 to $1.90 a gallon. So, but anyway, guys, y'all have a great day. I'm working on it. I'll give you an update later when I do the. Hopefully, I'll be able to go by and look at those drop-in campers. It's a little bit out of the way over in Round Rock, Texas. Not too far, about 30 miles from this dealership I'm going to. And shows Austin. I'm 30 miles out of Austin right now, but to the dealership it's not far. But anyway, I'm using Google Maps too. But anyway, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy American made when you can. And I know, that's not easy because I've been trying it, and I guarantee you there's a lot of things I haven't bought because you can't find it made in America. And but anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm working on it. I'll give you an update here a little bit. What am I going to call this video? I have no clue. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.